Story title: The Vision of Akin and His Fate. Akin, a humble farmer, receives a visit from the deity Orunmila in his dreams, granting him the rare gift of being the only man who can see and communicate with God. Akin is told he must use this gift wisely. Akin wakes up shaken, wondering if the dream was real. He starts seeing glimpses of the divine in nature, God's presence in the trees, the wind, and the river. Akin shares his gift with the village, and while some villagers are in awe, others grow fearful and suspicious. The village's traditional spiritual leader, Mama Odu, warns Akin of the burden that comes with seeing God. Word of Akin's power reaches the Oba, the king. Fascinated, the Oba summons Akin to his palace. He wants Akin to use his gift to strengthen the kingdom by learning the will of the gods. Akin is torn between obeying the king and the warnings of Mama Odu. The weight of his gift becomes unbearable as he realizes that seeing God is both a blessing and a curse. The Oba pressures Akin to seek God's approval for a dangerous war to expand his kingdom. Akin is horrified, knowing that this is not the purpose of his gift. Akin consults the divine and receives a terrifying vision of the village's destruction if the Oba follows through with his plans. He rushes back to warn the Oba, but the king's mind is clouded by ambition. When Akin delivers the warning, the Oba becomes furious and accuses him of treason. He orders Akin to be imprisoned until he changes his mind. As the Oba prepares for war, the village descends into chaos. Mama Odu and the villagers plead for Akin's release, knowing that his connection to the divine is their only hope. Mama Odu performs a sacred ritual, begging the gods to intervene. In a dramatic twist, the gods agree to help, but at a steep price. Akin must make the ultimate sacrifice. Akin escapes from prison with the help of the gods. He confronts the Oba one last time, offering himself in exchange for the village's safety. The Oba, moved by Akin's sacrifice, decides to call off the war. Peace returns to the village, but Akin must pay the price for his vision. Akin ascends to the heavens, his mission complete. The villagers mourn his loss, but celebrate his courage and sacrifice, knowing that peace has been restored. Despite the Oba's decision to call off the war, strange things start happening in the village. Crops fail, the river dries up, and sickness spreads. It becomes clear that peace has come at a terrible price. The gods are not finished. Mama Odu has a terrifying vision of a malevolent force threatening the village. She realizes that Akin's sacrifice, though noble, has awakened an ancient evil that was dormant for centuries. Desperate for help, Mama Odu gathers the villagers and embarks on a journey to find Akin's spirit, hoping he can intervene from the afterlife. They travel through forests and ancient shrines, seeking guidance from the gods. Mama Odu performs a dangerous ritual to open a portal to the spirit realm. The villagers witness Akin's spirit trapped between the mortal and divine world, unable to rest because of the Oba's original disobedience. Akin reveals that the village will be cursed unless the Oba sacrifices his throne and restores justice to the people. The Oba must admit his greed and relinquish his power, or the village will perish. The Oba is torn between his desire for power and his love for his people. He knows what must be done, but his pride blinds him. His refusal to step down only increases the village's suffering. Frustrated by the Oba's refusal, the villagers start an uprising. Violence erupts in the village as the people, desperate for survival, rebel against their king. Mama Odu confronts the Oba, begging him to end the bloodshed. She warns him that the gods are growing angrier by the minute, and even his royal blood won't protect him if he continues down this path. The weight of the curse finally breaks the Oba. In a moment of humility, he removes his crown and kneels before Mama Odu, acknowledging his failure. He promises to make amends. Upon hearing of the Oba's surrender, Akin's spirit returns to the village. He leads a final prayer to the gods, asking them to lift the curse. The villagers gather in hope and anticipation. The gods answer Akin's prayer, but they demand that the village forever honor the balance between power and humility. The curse is lifted and peace returns, but the village must hold an annual ceremony to remember the consequences of greed. The village begins to heal, with crops growing again and peace returning. A new Oba is chosen, one who understands the balance between power and humility. Akin's legacy lives on through the village's annual ceremonies. Akin's spirit departs for the last time, leaving the village with peace and prosperity. The people celebrate him as a hero, knowing that his sacrifice saved them all.